Pop Squat, coming at you. This is Steve Gordon and the Kosher 5, and this is called Take My Rap, Please. It is about 5 minutes long. I listened to a little bit of it, and it definitely seems like sort of a novelty song, but let's jump in and see. He definitely seems to be rapping with a bit of a Jewish accent, which is kind of funny. It's a nice funk, sort of disco-y taste to this.
I'd like to say from the very start, this record's not a joke. My partner's in Miami Beach, while I'm here having a stroke. The season's hot, my salesman's not, with such tourists who could stay. So I packed my bags for clothes singers, relax a little for a few days. Tennis who knows from bridge I can stand, it's all the same to me. Just give me a Chase Lounge and give me a vodka and a nice warm glass tea. So pretty soon I meet a girl, a bageler I am not. She asked me to go dancing, she knew from a hot spot. I took a shower, I took a shave, my schmutter I had pressed. Feeling pretty snazzy, my Estelle would be impressed. But this girl tonight, it's a different story. The bellboy says she's a fox. So I leave the room, I lock the door. Oh man, I forgot the mailbox. So I meet her in the dining room. The chocolate of a swan was great. The salad bar was free. So we filled up 3 plates. Dinner was over with a bissel cake, and then we had some schnapps. She said, come on, boogie, let's boogie, boogie, till we flats. So we went to the disco. Oh, the music was too loud. There was this young fella playing records on the stage, and he was talking to the crowd. This was Sugar Schlemiel, kept me the talking on and on. The youngsters were all dancing. For any salesman, boy, this song is really no big deal. So I took a hop, I took a jump, I went up to the microphone. All at once, the lights were on and I was all alone. I'm swinging over here, I'm going over there somewhere. I'm so chilly, I'm so cool. Boogie down now, I'm bad, I'm so bad, I'm good, I'm bad. Oh, my feet, oh, when you got it, when you got it, when you lose it, next week. Give it a break. That's a man named Lady with a 10 in the beard and a shirt buttoned down to his bumper. Said the way you can rap, the way you can rock, this we can sell to the public. So I signed the paper, I did the gig, the rocket was a smash. My partner can stay in man bitch. Right now I'm swimming in cash. I'm cussing, I'm cabin, I'm moist by a beer. My star was going go. My phone, it hasn't stopped ringing. Liam Morris just won't let up. So I sold the shop, I've been on the road. Who needs the aggravation? But there's disco boogie and the snoogie boogie boogie. I got the biggest racket in the nation. Alright, I'm big. Let's get down now. Arizona. Take my rap, let's get down. Let's get started. Take my rap, take my rap, please. Take my rap, take my rap, take my rap, please. Take my rap, take my rap, take my rap, please. Take my rap, take my rap, take my rap, please. Take my rap, take my rap, take my rap, please. Take my rap, take my rap, take my rap, please. Take my rap, take my rap, take my rap, please. Take my
That was a neat sound. All right. It's funny. And what I particularly find funny... Are you going to stop? Yeah. What I particularly find funny is this is an early song by a Jewish rapper. And it's strange because when you get black or Hispanic people, I guess I should say African American or Hispanic people, or I guess, well, yeah, Hispanic, not necessarily Mexican American, because they could be Puerto Rico or whoever, or wherever. They rap about like what's going on in their lives, whether that's their like where they grew up and how rough it was, or their families, or going out and partying, or trying to, like, puff themselves up and say I'm the greatest. But it's interesting when somebody like this guy or this group, which I'm sure, if not all of them, a significant number of them are of Jewish descent, and they're not doing the stuff talking about their lives. They're sort of making what they're rapping about funny. Now I know that wasn't necessarily true for the Beastie Boys when they came in, but this is very early on. This is like 1979, and this guy comes in, Steve Gordon and the Kosher 5, to do basically like a comedy song. And this also reminds me of Lil Dicky, who we listened to one of his videos a while ago when I was doing some more recent stuff that I really like. And again, if you haven't watched the TV show Dave, I think on Hulu, absolutely incredible. He's a youngish Jewish guy who just decided to take his bar mitzvah money and make a rap album or a rap release, and has done incredibly well. And he is a very, very talented, very, very funny. The TV show is amazing. His songs are also, some of them are remarkably good. But he has the same sort of like humorous Jewish, gotta save money sort of approach. And one of his videos is about like make the most baller video for as little money as possible, and I think it's called something like Save That Money. And it's good. It's really good, but it has that kind of irreverent sense of humor of poking fun at himself or at his Jewish culture, and that just seems to be like a very common thing. Even the Beastie Boys had very much a huge sense of humor about their music. Not that they were making fun of rap or themselves, but that they recognized that this music was a fantastic way to entertain and have fun and let people have fun, and I just find that very interesting. And I'm perfectly willing to be completely off base on this if people have opinions about, like, why are you, Mr. White Guy, talking about how Jews are rapping and creating music. Just my opinion. This is what I see from the outside. Not Jewish, wasn't raised Jewish. I didn't know what a Jewish person was until I was well into my teenage years, because there were none in my hometown that I knew of. There were some. I just didn't know. Anyway, this is fun. I like it. I like any song that has a good sense of humor. I don't really like his kind of stereotypical Jewish accent that he definitely was playing up in this, but I can appreciate the comedy of it. I saved on this picture because I love this girl on the right, her socks, because those were so a thing in the late 70s. Like, I remember wearing socks like that. Anyway, I hope you like this. It's fun. If you don't know what Take My Rap Please is a take on, there was, I want to say it was Henny Youngman or someone like that, like an old radio and early TV comedian, and he would get up on stage and do like the kind of vaudeville one-liner sort of comedy things, and so he'd be talking and then he'd be like, "Oh, take my wife, please." And again, Jewish. Sorry if I had an accent there, but I was channeling him in my head. And so he talks about, like, you know, an example of someone doing this and doing this, and then he says, "Take my wife, please," because he doesn't want his wife anymore. But that's what this is based on. So, hey, Papa Squat, checking out. Sorry I missed yesterday. I was once again running D&D because that has thankfully become a thing in my life again, because I freaking love role-playing games. But please like, subscribe, and share. I hope not to miss too many days, but if something comes up, I may. But we have plenty of music to get through. This is 79. Next, I'm going to either move back to 78 if I can find a good list of songs from 78, or move forward to 80. But we'll see how that goes. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.